Hey guys, I'm Mr. Bo, and in today's video I wanted to talk about future raids. We have two raids that we know of coming, one in the Dark Below DLC and one in the House of Wolves DLC. The first one being Crota's End, and the second one we know is going to be set on the Reef. But in today's video I wanted to talk mainly about Crota's End, the one that's going to be releasing in the Dark Below, and talk about what I'd like to see in this raid. Some of the challenges we're going to have to face in order to, I assume, would be kill Crota at the end of the raid. Now, whilst I did like the Vault of Glass raid, the challenges were, again, challenging the first time you come up against them, but after that, kind of easy once you know what you're doing, and I'd like to see more sort of puzzle things. So, to begin with, the beginning of the raid. In the Vault of Glass, you have to stand on these platforms to then create the spire. Personally, I would like something a little bit more challenging. Perhaps you have to go and collect things to then build this key, perhaps, to then open the door to the new raid. There was a rumour about a week or so ago about one of these things that would be happening in the Crota's End raid. And the rumour suggested that there'll be a section of the raid in which you all have to hop onto sparrows and escape a giant ogre chasing after you. And I think that sounds super awesome. I would love to see something like this implemented. Something on the sparrows where you have to drive, I think would be really awesome. It kind of reminds me of the Halo 3 mission where you're on the warthogs and the platforms are falling away. Something like that would be really cool. Maybe that's more suited to the raid on the Reef than the raid set on the moon. Now, another rumour that has been going around of where this is going to be set on the moon, apparently it's going to be set on a ship, so a hive ship instead of being actually inside the moon. Again, this is all rumours, so we're not entirely sure whereabouts it's going to be set on the moon. But going into some of the things that I would like to see in this raid. Now, I did ask you guys last week, and one of the replies I got was the form of sort of pushing blocks around to then make some sort of puzzle. And I really like that idea. I want more sort of puzzle things. You know, I don't mind killing things. I liked the sort of Athean battle where you had to go back through these portals. I really liked that. The Templar boss was a bit annoying, a bit boring, because it's kind of just sort of killing the boss. Add more sort of variety into the boss battles, like with Athean, and definitely add some more sort of puzzles. I play a lot of Call of Duty Zombies, and those zombie maps always had really cool Easter eggs where you had to like do certain really specific things to unlock the next step. And I'd really like to see some sort of influence from the Call of Duty Zombies Easter egg kind of side into the raids. For instance, some sort of puzzle where you have to like match up the correct colours or symbols, have someone standing on one platform where someone has to stand on the other correct platform. And maybe they could do it so it's kind of random, so it changes every time. That way you don't just realise the solution and you can just go straight through that step each and every time. Another thing is I liked the Gorgon's Maze and the jumping platforms in the Vault of Glass, and I'd like to see something more similar to those kind of things. Maybe make the raids a little bit longer as well. There was only 4 sections to the Vault of Glass, really. I mean, you had the Templar section, Gorgons, then you had the jumping, and then you had the sort of final boss battle. So I'd like to see them make the raids a lot bigger as well. I know a lot of people are wanting matchmaking in the raids. That isn't really a problem for me, but I can see why people would want matchmaking in the raids, so maybe they could add that. Another thing I'd like to see is maybe some more loot, some better loot. I know we got the Shatter White shader at the end of the Vault of Glass on normal, and you could get the Sparrow, the ships, and then the Vex Mythoclast. I believe the Vex Mythoclast equivalent in the Crota's End raid is actually the Necromancer assault rifle, so that's pretty awesome. But I'm hoping for the super black shader, which is full black. I just want a black shader in this game, and I don't seem to be able to get a shader like that anywhere else. So maybe some more shaders and things throughout the raid would be nice. And I hope they do add some things that are sort of similar to the Call of Duty Zombie Easter eggs in the way the puzzles and solutions are done. But that's kind of it for this. Of course, when we get a trailer for the Dark Below and some more information about the raid, the new strikes, and anything new in the Dark Below or the House of Wolves DLC, I'll be sure to do a video on it. But for today's video, let me know in the comments below what you'd like to see in future raids. Is there a certain thing that you'd like to really see in the raid? And what do you think of that Sparrow idea that someone had rumoured up? I think that is a super cool idea, and I hope Bungie listens and learns from the ideas that the community are putting out there, and hopefully includes some of those in the actual raid. or if not in the Crota's End raid, then definitely in the Reef raid. The Reef raid I feel could have a lot more to it, and sort of the setting that it's in, you could do a lot more with that, but who knows. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give the like button a big old hug, subscribe for more Destiny content and coverage. If you missed my video yesterday in which I finally get the Vex Mythoclast and prove that it still is a viable gun in PvP even though it got nerfed, then you can click the link on screen or in the description below. If you want to, you can go check a link in the description below to my Destiny playlist. There are now over 100 videos in that. That is crazy. I've done 102 videos on Destiny, and hopefully I can do another 100 on Destiny. Of course, we've got the 2 new expansions coming very soon, or the first one at least, and a load of more information about maybe upcoming events. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.